Hey everybody, it's Puma on the Sunday night show. Tonight we have a really awesome, awesome treat. I normally play MMO games like Guild Wars, WoW, all those games, and I normally roleplay. Totally got confused here. I normally role-play in them, and always kind of want to do something with the RP community, as far as like, you know, interviewing people and stuff, because I really come across really interesting players, really interesting characters. And I always kind of wanted to know, kind of like, why players create their characters, what kind of drives them, and you know, kind of like, you know, where did they get their start? Because I got my start in Dungeons and Dragons. I actually didn't do any online roleplay until I got into World of Warcraft, and that was really at the tail end of my World of Warcraft days. And like, it'd be kind of cool to kind of like learn a little bit about where different people's backgrounds is. So tonight I got one of my buddies that I've met in Aeon, and we've kind of come across different games, and we kept in communication, and we got into Guild Wars. And at the moment he's not playing any MMO as far as I know, but he decided to come help me out tonight. So at this point, I'd like to welcome my guest, Jelek from Masked Warband, or formerly known as Masked Warband, because he no longer runs the guild. So hey Jel, you there?
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to go to Evanhawk, but somehow I'm like involved in my like storyline quest for my Savaris, and I messed up or what? Place is burning down, dude. Oh, by the way, we're live, just to let you know. Just to let you know.
Oh, thanks. Yep, thanks.
Already did my intro. You didn't even hear it. That's how awesome that is. So, dude, I really appreciate you kind of come on here and kind of like being my little my guinea pig.
You're welcome.
Oh, come on, it's not so bad.
Of course not.
Come on, you can just watch me and my Savari like kick the shit out of things.
I am watching you right now.
You are. It's awesome, dude.
But I mostly see a nub. I don't really see any pro Savari moves.
That's because I'm not role playing. Say if I was role playing, I bet she would have like, totally have like a harem right now. I'm not even know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Where are you at?
In Evanhawk, I guess I'm doing my thing.
I don't remember
doing my thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing the visual thing, man. The visual quests. I guess you go to Evanhawk. I've actually never really been to this place before, dude.
Yeah, that entire zone's kind of fun. There's a giant spider skeleton thing that I was never able to beat.
Giant spider skeleton thing. Oh, that's awesome. So, hey man, you and I, we've gone back a little bit, like different games. We met in Aeon, right?
Yeah, I think that's the first time.
Yeah, the first time, first of many, and then you went over to the Old Republic.
Yep. But we didn't do much there. You were on the Republic side.
Well, I was actually also on the Imperial side a lot. Actually, my guild was the guild that I ran was over on the Imperial side, and like.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, I was on the Imperial side.
What the Annie Puma exchanges. Oh yeah, she's so awesome tonight. She killed everybody. That's all I remember.
Well, she does good, man. She does good. You know, actually, I played a Sith called Kruven. Yeah, that was supposed to be my main character.
I remember that one. Yeah. yeah.
But not many people actually know that. They're like, you play Krugen?
I know, that's because you're always anti-Puma.
I am always anti-Puma, but you're always Jelek too.
It's a valid point.
You do the same thing I do, we just use the same name.
There's no point in changing, it's good names.
It is good names, like totally and it's easier for people to find you.
Or despise you, whichever it is.
Oh yeah, I've already heard a few like, it's so funny, like in this game, like somebody's like, I forget, somebody from Arundel or somebody, they were like, yeah, we heard that we shouldn't RP with you. Like, who did you hear that from? And I know who they heard it from, but I'm not going to mention any names. But anyway, I guess, dude, I got a really question, since we use the same names. Where did you get yours?
I got mine from a book.
That's...
way back when I was like 12 years old, read one of my dad's first books. And it was the name of the city, actually. I had no idea what it meant. And then I played, I think for like a year I played with that name. And then I actually played like some Asian game or something like that. And this guy's like, hey, are you Indonesian? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, Indonesian. I was like, no, dude, I'm not. He's like, did you know your name means ugly? It's like, what? So obviously I'm running around with the name Ugly.
So really your name means ugly, so every character I've seen so far has been ugly.
Not every character. Actually, no, when I think about it, almost every character has some kind of ugliness to them.
But your character is just named Ugly.
Yeah, it wasn't tied in, that's my name that I use.
Now, come on now. Now, the guy told you what your name meant. You didn't even change it. You didn't even bother to change it. You were just like, yeah, I'll keep it.
Well, yeah, it was a cool name. But I didn't see the point. I mean, my uncle is the only reason why I kept my name is because he has a cool name that he plays in every single game, and it's Oni Spawn. Nobody takes it. Nobody touches it. And it's like, well, I'm jealous because, I've had to change my name up until I got Jelek, time after time because people have taken my names.
Well, I'm going to tell you why they don't take your name, because it means ugly.
Hey, it's fine by me. Nobody else. Well, 4 people know that now.
Oh, it'll go on YouTube, so more people will see it. Four more people will see it. 4 more.
Your timing was perfect, War Master Kernson.
Well, that's cool. I mean, because it's weird. Like, it's so weird, like how people got their names. Like, some people would just be like, I spent 12 hours thinking of it, and it just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, anything besides Jelek, and I have like 2 other names, but anything besides that, I'm just like, random letters. Yeah, that sounds like a name. Done.
Totally. I actually I recycle my names too. I go through, I don't know, I only have like maybe 3 or 4 names that I actually use steadily through each game. But everybody knows me as Annie Puma, so I never really changed it. Why bother? It's a cool name. And like Oni Spawn, nobody ever takes it.
Exactly.
But speaking of like role play and stuff, and speaking about your name and stuff, like how did you get involved in it?
Generic role playing. I started doing text-based. That was the first thing I ever did. Actually, that's not true. I actually did tabletop dice and paper before I did that.
D&D or like
no,
some other games?
Buddy of mine who was just interested in it, so he just made up his own random games, just dice and paper, and then he just spell it out to us, and I'm gonna do this, and then we just roll. I mean, that's how it kind of started. And then it went to text-based, where I did some text-based roleplay in some cruddy game. I can't remember what I played. That's what I do as a youth. But anyway, so I did that for about a year, 2 years, and then actually the first time I ever role-played inside of an MMO was actually in Ion. And I didn't do it until, I didn't even realize that there was an RP community in existence until I actually got into Ion. I was actually quite shocked. And yet livid and happy all at the same time because I wanted to take part. It's pretty cool.
So Aeon is like where you got your first taste of MMORP?
Yeah, it was my cherry breaker.
World of Warcraft was mine. It was at the tail end of World of Warcraft when I got mine. And it was so funny because when I made my first online characters, like I had that D&D mindset, so I had like pages of background for my character, and I soon realized like that's not how things are done.
Yeah, I've never been that complicated.
Yeah, like it was way too complicated for people to kind of understand.
Like 2 paragraphs maybe of my character backstory, and then after that it's just like, I'll just play it out, guys.
I've gone from like, you know, having these like epic like novels of my character right straight to like, oh, what'd your character do now? She's rich, hot, and horny. Just take it as that. My friend she just sent me a little message like, I'm not difficult, I'm complicated.
That's worse.
You're difficult and complicated. What a team. But that's cool though, like, because MMORP is like really different from like text-based and like from.
Oh yeah, way different.
I've actually never did any text-based RP. Like I never like did the aim thing or like the forums or anything like that. I did just straight, you know, tabletop stuff. So did you in your tabletop games, did you go by Jelek, or did you have to just change your name every other time?
We never actually really did names. More as just like specific characters doing specific things. That's really it. Each time was more of us playing ourselves, but in a more fantasy setting.
I think I actually see you now. Are you running around? There you are.
Cool.
Look at that. Oh my God, you're a char. You're ugly.
No, I'm not. Sexy.
It's
in
sexy.
a very ugly way.
So, like, tell me something, man, real quick, dude, because I don't know much about chars. Or what are char? Like, are they big cats or just big dogs?
They're big cats.
They're a big cat, so damn, like big lions.
Maybe, kind of.
I'm just kidding, dude. I know.
Okay, that's good because I was just saying that's. Yeah, I mean you've been playing the game for how long now, and no char. Slightly disappointing.
I actually haven't played a char yet. Well, I have tried, and I just can't get into the animations of the tune. So I was like, no, I can't get into this.
Let's go mess around while you continue chatting.
So, why did you pick a char in the first place? Like in this game, why did you pick a char?
Because I really enjoyed the concept of their military-esque like playstyle or lifestyle. I felt it matched how I wanted to be in a sense, or how I enjoy playing my games is more of an aggressive stance towards things. And when I first had started Masked Warband, you know, it was that same idea that I want to be a powerhouse inside of World versus World. And, you know, Char Warbands kind of fit that page where I was going to create, you know, a specific size, and we would all just, you know, kind of follow that same style of, hey, we're a warband, we're awesome, we're working together and killing shit, and you know, all that good stuff. So that's kind of why I made Char, just because I like the aggressive style.
Speaking about the warband, you were the guild leader of Masked Warband. You've since then dismantled it. You don't play the game that much anymore, and we went over why the reasons why. We don't have to bring them up here, but like. Was Char Warband like the first guild you ever kind of ran on your own, as far as RP?
Yeah, and really my stance behind the guild wasn't a straight RP guild because, well, one, I wanted to make sure that Brent was still enjoying it. Who, for those that actually listen, he is just my bud. I mean, we've been together in any kind of games you can think of ever since we met up in the launch of Battlefield 2142. We haven't been separated since. Day after day, month, years, you know. So we've always done everything together, but he's never gotten to the RP aspect. He just doesn't enjoy it. He's more of a grinder per se. I guess he could play Asian games a lot better than I could. Where you just grind all day.
I love Asian MMOs.
I can't stand the grinding. But yeah, it was my first guild. We had decided that when we were gonna make this guild. You know, it was our first time, but we've been in so many guilds since. We've seen all these guilds, and we understood, you know, the way that it should have been ran, but it never was. And we just got tired of it because we'd go guild after guild, and they'd all have these same problems, and never ended up fixing them. And so we're just like, well, screw it, we'll just do our own thing. And which it actually turned out really well. I mean, all up until the point where, you know, the point where our third stat guild-esque leader decided to backstab us. I mean, it was great. The guild was amazing, and it grew daily. People asking, "Oh, hey, you guys are awesome. Can we join?" You know, that kind of a concept, and we were going to turn it into a really great community. And then, you know, shit happened. So at least I had the concept right. I just didn't take into account that I can't trust everybody.
Yeah, that's one thing about guild leading. You can't fully trust everybody because, you know, everybody comes from different backgrounds and they all have different reasons why you know, being there and stuff. So
yeah, I like to have the stance that everybody should have a chance to prove themselves. You know, and it's not my place to judge you. If you want to be here and partake and participate, then amazing. We're glad to have you. That kind of a concept.
Right.
I think I ran it more as a friend than I did as a real guild leader, and that's probably where it kind of went wrong, is that I acted as a friend during the entire process. Because I wanted to be, you know, part of the crew. When most guilds, especially the ones that get larger size, people veer these guild leaders as like these gods, and it's just like, he's just a normal player, nothing much different about him, seriously. And it's just, instead it's, oh no, we must follow him, he's all right and everything. And I can't stand that. I'm not that kind of a person. I can't do that.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I've been in those guilds too before. Like, it's him, the Holy One. I'm like, the Holy what? The Holy Asshole? What? Like, you know, and it's so funny how people just kind of like get on their hands and knees and like start kissing ass. It's like, dude, like, is he like a famous person in real life or something? Does he make more money than Bill Gates? If not, then, you know,
yeah, he's
I'm happy to be here, but I'm not gonna be, you know, all over your shit. So I gotta ask you. So not gotta ask you this, but kind of curious, which version of Jelek did you like the most so far?
Which version?
Yeah, you had Aeon, you had the Old Republic, you have Guild Wars. I don't know if you played anything in between any of that, because obviously if you did, I don't know about it.
I think my favorite... Dang, that's a hard question. I think the one that stuck out the most and was kind of the most outgoing out of all my times that I've played was actually the Star Wars one. He actually stuck out a lot. You know, and he was a lot more involved in the community, I would say. My Ion one, I was just barely learning how to kind of grasp the concept, so I was still kind of, you know, learning the edge, and I didn't want to kind of be out there and doing stuff, even though in Ion I had a lot of cool storylines. I loved that part. Ion was great for just the ideas that the community itself held. So that was pretty fun, except for when they all went crazy and said that you couldn't be evil and we're gonna banish you and screw you and all that jazz. That was just funny.
Which part of was that?
In Ion?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, there was, you know, when the game launched itself, there was a bunch of guilds around that were kind of more evil oriented. You know, doing the darker side of the game. But then you go back to the game later, and it's not that like that at all. It's everybody plays this one kind of side. You know, we like the Elios, we like the pigeons. We should make friends with them, or you can't be a bad guy because everybody's gonna hate you and exclude you. I mean, that kind of a concept. Like, literally, I went back, I played the game for maybe four months after I left the game for a couple. And when I came back, literally, that's how the concept was. Like, that's how I was viewing it, because I wanted to play something more aggressive the second time through. But after I was reading through the community forums and stuff like that, just like people weren't condoning that kind of concept. They weren't wanting to play that play style. They just wanted to remain as, you know, lovey-dovey, let's make boyfriend, girlfriend.
Well, what I really found with the Aeon community was that the larger guilds kind of ran this propaganda machine. And they didn't like something or someone, they would just kind of run it, you know?
I remember that.
It's the reason why I left the game. But,
Yeah,
if you do,
plays on top of it.
but if you do a villain right, you can, you know, people will like it.
Oh, and I understand that, but I mean, when you go into a community that already hates it, then, you know, it's not even worth trying it out.
Well, that's because I think early on, a lot of the people that did it sucked at it, or they were like a little too overboard. Because I remember there was some people that just had some ridiculous storylines. Like, I remember there was like this one chick, I can't remember her name, but like she like apparently had now the Balar were like our ancient enemies as far as Asmodeans and Elios. Apparently she had a Balar baby or something, or
what?
Yeah, it was like really strange, and the guy that she was with was half Balar, and like they were just running around being evil and all this crap. And I vaguely remember that because at the time the guild that I was part of wasn't really involved in the community all that much, and I guess they chose that, not because, you know, I was still kind of naive coming into the RP scene then. Because I tend to like to RP with people that are in my guild, not necessarily outside of the guild.
Yeah.
Not saying because I don't like it, just because, hey, you know, why would you have people in the guild to RP with
Outside of it.
And then go, yeah, exactly, like, why would I RP outside the guild when I have people right here? I mean, I do that now because it just generates RP for not only myself, but for my guildies, you know? But, so, Aeon, your first tune is pretty, I mean, the Old Republic tune.
Yeah, Ion was my learning curve, gave me a great ideas and understanding of role-playing and MMOs, and then Star Wars was where I really kind of took it and melded it into something that I wanted it to be. And I think that Jelek was definitely probably my best so far. Just that he was outgoing, he was aggressive. I mean, he performed his job. You know, he's very communicative. I mean, you ever went into the Yokola Tonka bartender place and whatnot?
I believe so, but it closed, right?
It became such a drama pool because people just hated the concept of having it policed, which is understandable. It was more of a, I mean, the concept behind it was to protect both sides from overzealously playing out the I'm Sith, I hate you, I'm Jedi, I hate you, and let's kill each other the entire time. And people didn't really like being stopped, which I didn't understand because the Sith were so overzealous when the game was starting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I'm a big bad Sith. We're all big bad Sith. We're gonna kill everybody. I mean, that's the entire like first month of RP was that with every single Sith guy. It was like, that's ridiculous. So I had a fun time with Jelek because I did a lot of subplots. I made a few underlying allies with guilds so that I could do like kidnappings and stealing. I think one time I actually even ended up stealing from Sabaya and Vamp, both my employers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I stole some shit from them, and I thought that was freaking hilarious because they had no idea, and I backstabbed them. They still don't know to this day that I did that. So eventually, if they watch,
yeah, if they watch that, they'd be like, "That son of a bitch! That son of a bitch stole from us."
Yeah, it's freaking hilarious. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's where it was. You know, RP wise, I think Guild Wars 2 has probably been my weakest. Jelek, just because I think I was too caught up in the point of running a guild that I didn't have really any time to actually RP with people. Plus, people didn't like the concept of an old grumbled Char-esque who still had old ties to original loyalties, and so he didn't play friendly with humans. And so, you know, humans would come around and, you know, he wouldn't be nice to them, and so they got all pissy. It's like, alright, whatever.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people didn't care too much for that.
They
still don't.
want you to be a friendly Char. They want you to play nice, but Char aren't nice. They're an aggressive society. They literally fight all their problems out. I mean, if you get in their face, they'll get right back in it and they'll bite your hand off. And people don't understand the concept.
They're furry Klingons.
And what's even stupider is, I mean, like, I'd see freaking Char acting like pets and shit. I'm like, what? There is no way you would be considered a real Char should you go into their society. Because Char don't want to be sat there and petted. Oh, you're such a cute little kitty. Seriously? So I think I was slightly put off when I tried to RP just because of...
I totally understand. Actually, Guild Wars 2 the community here has actually been I would say my strongest so far.
Yeah, you've been doing pretty good, I think. Your guild's been pretty solid.
I totally love my guild. They have really been really great, people to kind of, have this kind of business company style RP. It's been really fun. So, speaking about different characters and stuff, because we've been kind of talking about different communities, different things. Like, have you ever ran into any like real interesting characters? Like, what was like the most interesting character you ever like RP'd with?
The most interesting character. Man, that's a tough one. Give me a second. Because, I mean, it could be any sort of people, but if we're talking about like most interesting,
Oh yeah, like somebody like ran up to like you were just kind of hanging out in a tavern one night or a bar or whatever, and be like, this person kind of started role playing. You were like, oh my god, this person's like really cool.
I think man, I think that goes back to Ion. There was one person that doesn't RP anymore, more because she kind of got pushed out of the community. Because she played a really good evil character. I mean, like, kick ass. And she had these subplots, amazing stories. It was pretty sweet. But, she stirred up shit, and people for some reason, didn't want to roleplay it out.
Who is this great person?
Man. It starts... Dude, it was forever ago. It's like Anne Sathe, or I don't know, something close to that. But
name doesn't pop out.
Yeah, she was only around for about a month, and then kind of just left the game. Didn't have enough interest. But I mean, that was she's the first person that I ever RP'd with inside of Ion, and I think I learned most from her than anyone else. And I just felt that like her characters had like that biggest interest, and it could be just first time kind of thing. Maybe it's just that she was the first person that I ever roleplayed with, but nevertheless, it was, to me, the most interesting and probably the funnest time I've ever RP'd.
Ah, man, we gotta get you back in RP, man. I'm liking it because, like, the way you kind of sound like, that's how I sounded like in the Old Republic. Like, I was totally jaded. I got jaded because I so wanted to work out because I was so pissed off with the Aeon community by that point. I'm like, the grass has got to be green on the other side, right? And I just fell into this, like, oh my god, this fucking community, these people are just totally, I can't take it. And I was so jaded, matter of fact, I was so jaded, I said to myself, I am never going to roleplay the game again. And of course, people like decided to talk me into it again. But I wasn't going to run a guild. And then, I don't know, like, I kind of sat, I was kind of thinking to myself, like, one day, I'm like, it would be cool for Guild Wars 2, because I was kind of reading about it. A business, a company, like a little, like, steampunkish company that makes, like, cool explosives and all that stuff. So I was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. And that's how, like, my guild came about again. Because I wasn't going to run a guild, I was just going to join somebody.
Well, it's worked out for you.
Yeah, it has. I met really like cool cats. You know, role playing. Like I have this chief engineer that the person that plays her is just incredible. Like her sheer knowledge of the Assurers and how everything is, it's amazing. Like how she RPs this character. She's probably like the best Assurer character I've actually role played with.
That's good because I hate the freaking retard Assurers that I've seen.
Yeah, like it's hit or miss with our peers, but I mean, in this game so far, like oh god, what do I want to say? You know, I've had a really great experience. I want to say so far, like I haven't had anything that's kind of like really drowned down my experiences. Like some of it is like sometimes like you have a little drama that comes around, like that's not even the deal with my guild. Just people want to like, I don't know, think that I'm like their emotional punching bag, and sometimes that kind of gets me down because I'm like, you know what? Aren't you married? Go punch your husband in the face a couple times. That's what he did. That's what he paid for. You know? Go do that. You know, just you know what I mean? But I mean, so far I think Guild Wars. I think out of all the games I have played, I think far as community and far as role play, I've actually really I've enjoyed them more here. Don't get me wrong, like, you know, each game that I played, I had some really excellent RP, and I met some really excellent folks, you know, doing it. But like this game is so far has been the best. So speaking about this game, I have to ask these. I want to ask this question because I'm going to ask this question to everybody that comes on this show because I'm kind of curious. So let's. What is your favorite race besides Char? Obviously, you picked Char. So we're going to go down the races. Like, what is?
So favorite to worst.
Yeah, favorite race to the worst race.
All right, favorite to worst. I would say. So Char obviously favorite. Then I probably do Norn, obviously. It's kind of the same concept. You know, and then I do Sylvari, Asura, and then Human.
Sylvari's number 3?
You know, I'll tell you the reason, though. The reason behind me choosing Sylvari, I mean, and I don't understand, because you have obviously a hate towards them per se, or maybe just a slight dislike, but it's more probably because of the RPers, how they built them. But I think the concept behind a real good Sylvari RP character could actually be really amazing. That's why, because I think that their lore is a fun one. It's a new race, and every time a new person comes to the world, not only do they take in the knowledge of their previous predecessors, all those that come before them, but then they get to go out and everything's kind of new to them. But they're starting out in a full adult stage. So it's like, hey, you know, I'm here, I'm new, I want to go learn things, and you know, so everything kind of excites them, and it's a cool concept done correctly. It could be an amazing concept. Obviously, I haven't seen, because I haven't been around RPing, how the Sylvari community has grown, but if it had been done correctly, Sylvari would actually be a really cool RP character.
You know, you're right. I guess there's probably good Sylvari RPers out there. I have not met a single one. Now, I agree with you. Their story is a little interesting. The race is interesting. Don't get me wrong. It's unique because you don't see that in any other current MMO that's out there. At least any big name ones. But what I don't know. You're right. It's really the RPers that have kind of made me dislike the race, I guess you can say.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, you're right. I know. I don't know. I don't really know what to say to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just... I've told you my stories with roleplay. It's just phenomenal. Like, some of the Sylvari roleplayers I've met. So you like Assurers, you like Humans, and your least favorite. Is there a reason why the Humans are your least favorite?
Mainly just because of how the Humans have built themselves inside of the RP community. I mean, it's not. I'm not talking bad about all of them, but literally, it's everybody. Let's go make a human so that we can all do the same kind of thing and roleplay the same kind of way. And should you go outside of that kind of roleplay, we're gonna hate you. It's just like, it's kind of that same kind of concept of it's everybody follow the same kind of flow and not be any different. It's not so much that I hate humans. I like the idea of humans. I like the lore. And if I ever made a human, I'd probably make something completely different from anybody else, just because, I mean, that's just what I like to do. But to me, it's not so much about the race as it is just how the community has built them, and I just don't want to take part of it.
Well, here's my... Wow, check this out. It's like a laboratory here. It's like freaking Assurers. Sweet. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I'm not that heavy in the RP community, so I really don't know the. I mean, I've heard some things. Like I've heard bad things about certain groups of people, like certain guilds, and I've kind of seen that from them. So I kind of believe the rumors, but I don't hear that much of bad things really being said. The only thing that I have, my only issue with, only really RPers I have a really issue with is some, well, I guess maybe 98% of the Savari RPers, but yeah, you know why, you know, I mean, I think I've like...
It's done wrong. If they do it right, that's all they have to do. They can remedy it. They can save the Sylvari and how they've been done. But they probably won't.
Well, my Sylvari has a pretty good background. She's like the anti-Sylvari. She's not happy. She's, you know, like... She's seen the darkness in the world. She knows the world's not, you know, the world's not like all happy and jolly. But I don't know. I guess my least favorite race is probably Sylvari. I like humans. I like Norns. I like Ashur.
Of course you do, because you're freaking Puma, man. You better like humans, I guess.
Well, you know what's the funny thing? I'll tell you something really, really funny. Like, the really funny thing is that I actually wanted to make Annapuma originally a Sylvari, but I was kind of led on to believe that the Sylvaris were going to be the elves, because a lot of the concept art, the original artwork they did for, like, Kaith, she looked human, for the most part. She looked humanoid. She had, like, the humanoid face. You know, like, she had kind of like the elfish looking ears. I mean, yeah, she had like some plant stuff on her, but I mean, like, what elf doesn't have, like, sometimes have, like, you know, leaves and shit, like, as clothes? But like when I really read about the Sylvari and they were going to be plants, I'm like, well, I don't think my character's really going to be a plant. Like, how fun is that? And then I looked at the Norn. I'm like, I don't know if I really want her to be that tall. And it's like really came down to being human, because then I got my guild concept. I'm like, yeah, I think it would fit better as a human concept than like a Norn or a Char or anything like that.
Hey, throw me a group invite and then come out here and help me kill this guy.
Okay, hold on, where you at?
I'm way out here. Just type in my name, just Jelek.
I got you on my friends list. Okay, I'm gonna come. Come in.
This is the one guy I always wanted to kill in this area. So why not pick this time to do it?
So, let me ask you this, man. Upcoming MMOs, like 2013 seems like it's going to be a big hit of MMOs hitting the market. We got so far the Elder Scrolls Online, WildStar, Blade and Soul, Arcade, Neverwinter. Any ones that you're looking forward to?
Definitely Elder Scrolls, just because I like the battle concept and the way they'll allow me to customize my character how I want. By simply, I mean, the biggest words that they say, and it sticks right out to me. You want to be a freaking archer, but you want a tank? Put on some heavy armor and grab a bow. Yeah, sounds great to me. But yeah, no, I think that's just because I like the Elder Scrolls storylines and stuff like that. The game's been great. Should they do the MMO perfect, you know, to meet standards, then it's gonna be a great MMO. It really will. But that's the one that I'm interested in right now. I've looked at the others like Wildstar. I don't know if I'm sold on that one yet. Blade and Souls look pretty good. But remember, Blade and Souls is just a Terra ripoff. Well, actually, Terra is a ripoff of Blade and Souls.
Actually, I'll give you the brief history lesson on Terra. Terra is actually its source. It's found
same game, isn't
no,
it?
No. Its foundation is actually Lineage 3.
Because all the characters and the battle concepts, though, are based off of Blade and Souls. Didn't you see when they showed the concept art from Blade and Souls when Terra came out? Because some of the developers of Terra were from the Blade and Souls people.
Well, actually, they left from Lineage 3. But I understand. I mean, they all probably developed the same damn game. It's all the same shit, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Blade and Soul, I look forward to that because I like Korean MMOs.
I thought it looked fun. I mean, Blade and Souls is hopefully going to be a cool game. I watched gameplay of it for the Korean style stuff and whatnot, and it doesn't look half bad. But
I actually never played... Whoa.
Did you just get one hit?
I just got one-shotted. Wow, I just got my ass handed to me. Whoa, and again...
Yeah, it's this guy's mean.
I might have to come down here with my 80-tude.
You just got... Oh, dodge roll, that's all it is. Just dodge roll.
Go away, leave me alone. I didn't do nothing to you.
Dodge roll, dodge roll.
I'm looking forward to Wildstar. I'm looking forward to the Elder Scrolls. Now, I have like people pretty much like trying to like. I got one arm tugging me to Elder Scrolls, one arm tugging me to Wildstar. I don't know which one I want yet because I really want to like play the betas.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest key. I think Elder Scrolls, like, I don't know. The battle concept of it is what would intrigue me because if I right-click my mouse, I block. You know, if I want to stab or slash, you know, I do a couple different clicks, you know, so on and so forth. That's what interests me the most.
Right.
That combat's kind of fun.
You are almost dead, my friend.
Oh yeah, that's normal for me.
I don't know, Wildstar looks pretty cool.
I'll have to look up more gameplay. I just haven't seen anything like fully intrigue me. I mean, I've even looked at like Defiance, but that's really just like Borderlands. Like I watched it, some developer gameplay or whatnot recently. I
actually played the beta. I actually played the beta in that.
Well, what was it even good?
Not what I played, but again, it was like a really early beta. I don't know. To me, it reminded me of like Borderlands, Firefall. I have been playing the beta of that. That game's been fun. I don't know if you've seen Firefall.
I've glanced at it. I've more looked at the multiplayer crap, like the PvP, and that just turned me off.
The PvP is fun in that game. So Sovin has a whole lot to say in the live stream chat.
Let's see. Don't let Puma fool you. Loves a salad. I choose UQ monster. Well, if you went back to World of Warcraft, you could say that actually.
I actually did go back to World of Warcraft today.
Did you go play Pokemon battles?
No.
What? That's the whole point.
I did load it up today. I'm doing like a new little series, like my perspectives on MMOs and how they kind of influence the market and kind of like, you know, what I think of them, you know, what I thought of past ones. I made a Blood Elf monk. And her name's Annie Puma. It's so funny, just like Kung Fu slapping the shit out of people. Get the spider the freak away from me.
Yeah, I never beat this guy.
I wonder why.
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass.
I'm actually looking forward to Neverwinter.
I glanced at it. I mean, I watched. I don't know if you know who Aranthus is from Empyrean Divine.
I've heard of them from Terra.
Yeah, they were in Terra. He was the head over that, and
They're still
he
over
was
there.
live streaming. Oh yeah, yeah. They're actually still healthy in Terra. He doesn't really play it, but damn it, this push talk's kicking my ass. But nevertheless, I watched him play a little bit of the beta the other day, and I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I'm just, what's new? Seriously, I just didn't understand what was different from any other game.
Oh, which game did he beta? I mean, Terra?
He did Neverwinter. I watched him play the beta just the other day.
Well, I'm kind of interested in the Foundry part, like you can make your own like dungeons and adventures and stuff. That's the part that I'm looking forward to.
See, that probably could be fun, but oh damn.
Did he knock you down?
No. I just
He
saw
keeps
him
knocking me
hit
down on my ass.
Yeah, well, he like one hits you. It takes like at least 2, maybe 3 for me.
I'm actually going back to the Old Republic for a little RP, hopefully soon.
Oh man, that's like death, dude. They're just swirling the toilet.
Well, no,
Not
like one of my good friends that I met over there, Sovin, like she like meeting her like kept the RP alive in there for me, because like if I didn't meet her, I would have quit the game a long time ago. But like we have this really epic RP right now going on. Like I gotta save her. My character's gotta save her character's life, so I really want to finish that. Gotta finish it. I hate unfinished RP.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Man, this big giant spider's pissing me off.
They can't say the stream's boring, right?
Damn right. Everybody's probably laughing like, haha, Puma got knocked on her ass. Actually, this is my Savari, and her name is Wraith. Which should be a cool name for a grumpy Savari.
I think I've seen a Wraith though. Just saying.
Whatever.
I think we got off track though.
Yeah, I totally.
Too busy trying to kill the thing devourer.
We're totally trying to knock this spider scorpion thingy.
So we can feel the satisfaction of defeating it.
Hell yeah. My bear won't attack the scorpion. It just
Too
won't.
afraid.
It's like he's following me. No, go, Yogi, go. And now I have to send him.
Yeah, ice kick for the win.
There you go. There you go. We have defeated the mighty bone scorpion spider thingy.
Nice. That's a victory.
Sweet.
I can dance on its corpse.
Well, I say this little experiment worked. And crap loot for as reward. Yep. Totally got crap loot. I say this was a pretty good experiment, dude. Look at this. Char. Hates humans. Bullshit. He wouldn't hate my human. She's too nice. I don't know where we are. How the hell do we get back to the city? You still there, dude?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Press the damn button.
I know, I forgot. Yeah, you go like that way, kind of, I guess.
I got people giving me directions. They're like, go to the right.
better than Puma.
I found one of my guild mates. Look, let's follow them real fast. See if they notice us. Oh, no, they stopped.
Oh, you have instant notice. I see how it is. I come to join the party and everybody stops. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
That's not very nice.
Well, you know, every chance I get to use the Cartman phrase is a good chance.
It's awesome. Oh my god, these people are like, totally want to kill you. They're like, Charles, get him. I don't know what my bear is doing. Now you want to fight. You didn't want to fight the big thing that was attacking me. Stupid animal. Alright, man, I think this experiment is pretty much working. I think it's... I can't even talk right now. Too much talking today. I say this is a pretty good experiment.
Yeah, I mean, you've got up to 6 people.
Yeah.
So you do it again next week, and then you do it again next week after that.
Better be 6 people next week.
And what I was wondering, on your Twitch page, it just shows that, you know, you're on live, but it doesn't show that you're in any game page. Meaning, so when people search you or search a game via the browsing page, you probably won't show up in any game. I would, if you actually put that into, say, you know, Guild Wars 2 section or whatever you're playing at the time, I betcha you would get more people, random people, in that fact, actually jumping in and viewing it.
Yeah, I have to change that, huh?
Yep.
I'm learning as I do this, man. This isn't
and I'm helping you out.
Not totally pro.
Giving you all these extra tips with your Twitch. And what's funny is I'm not even a heavy streamer. I wanted to kind of screw around with it, so I did every single portion of it. I got everything set up for it. I went through every single section of it, read up on it. I mean, so all this streaming crap is... I don't do it, but I know it.
I always kind of want to do something like this because it's like really fun. Like last 3 or 4 games I played, I'm like, yeah, man, I really want to like do something with our peers with this. And then it's like I had like one cat. He was like, yeah, man, I want to do this. But like every time we talk about it, he's like, he just kind of like drops off the face of the earth. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to do it myself.
Well, I think next time, like I said, so you got the first time that went through really well. I think next time I would say, look at someone bigger or someone that has a better following, I would say, because that would get you more advertising. So come the third week, you'd get this, you know, even larger group because they were like, oh, hey, that's cool. Let's go watch this again. Kind of a concept.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I have like I should really post this like up on the Roleplayer site. I wonder how many people would be actually interested to be like, yeah, I want to get in on that.
I'm sure some people.
Some people won't because they don't want to talk in voice.
Snap.
I know. Next week,
like taking on big things.
Next week, I'll get Nice Ellie in here. That's what I'll do.
Oh, maybe it wasn't. Who was the one that you tried to get in here that wouldn't do voice?
Oh, that was Tesla.
We'll razz them right now. Dang you, Tesla! You could have been the best person and ruined.
She was like, I don't do voice. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to interview you? She was like, well, you can write down a list of questions.
Like I said, I think you should also, so post on the forums, maybe even post a link to, once you put this on YouTube and put a link to your Twitch. And I would say also create like just a quick like 3-question thing that you're going to do each week. Say, hey, here's the next 3 questions. We're just asking random questions, and we're going to have a little question time. We're going to pick the best 3 to each answer. Just things about, I don't know, hell, what's a good question randomly to ask?
What's your bra size?
Well, that could actually achieve funny results.
Are you a boy or a girl?
would probably also achieve funny results because you'd pick the one that didn't say either.
Yeah, right. It'd be boy, girl, and none of the above. That'd be so funny. But, dude, I really appreciate you coming on here, man.
You're welcome.
And actually, this, you know, I was planning for like a half hour talking to you. This actually went a full hour, so this actually rocked.
Wow, that's a lot of talking.
That is a lot of talking. But it's cool, though, you know? Because, you know, sometimes when you converse with people that you normally don't, you always kind of go overboard. Look at this creeper over here. This creeper sorcerer.
You know, I'd say I'd probably do it again. I think this was actually pretty fun.
This was pretty fun, man. I appreciate you coming on and doing this. And I appreciate everybody coming and checking it out.
Are you really going to drag it out for 3 minutes?
Nah, man. I'll
5 minutes.
I'll go ahead and close out here.
With all the craps going on in the chat.
Yeah, like it's like, wow, let's go. It's like the chat's here. The chat's been there for an hour, guys. Let's see what has this chat been saying. So we got Sylvan that just keeps making fun of me. We got Ultraman that keeps making fun of me. Sylvan's back at it again.
Ah, dang! I didn't get the full mouth in the stream.
Oh, you poor thing.
It's too late.
Yeah, I think they're just finding out that you can actually chat, because like throughout this whole time, like people have been like, you know, they've been like PMing me or hitting me up an engine talking to me.
Didn't realize that the Twitch has its own chat.
I don't think so. I think you actually have to sign up for Twitch if you need to talk in the chat. I don't know.
Well, yeah, to chat, but I mean you can also read it. But yeah, to participate you have to sign up. But I mean that takes like 2 seconds. And plus, why wouldn't you? Twitch is actually a really cool site. I love it because it keeps me busy at work when I'm bored.
Totally.
And any game I have questions about, they usually stream on it. So it's like, do I want to play that? I'll just go watch this guy play.
Sweet, man. Well, again, I appreciate you coming on here, and hopefully next week I'll have a new guest, and I think I volunteer Ultraman.
Is Ultraman just one of your guild members?
Yeah, he is.
But is he big enough? Remember, you want to gain viewership.
No, we're gonna get him big enough though.
Oh, so he's gonna do a large everybody knows me within a week.
I'd totally like to get Tesla in here only because like people in the community like really know her as the Sure. That'd be sweet, but.
Well, you could do it all text-based interview, and then just kind of discuss it with someone. I mean, a couple random other people. If you know what I mean.
True.
So, like, say we interviewed Tesla. I mean, we did all the same kind of questions. Here's all our answers, and then you could just talk about the question or each question and each answer afterwards.
Maybe. But it's more fun for them to get in here.
Oh well, you can't win every battle.
I know.
Unless you're persistent enough, and that could go either with restraining order or they might give in.
Puma, you creeper, stop bugging me to get on live stream. I would totally love to get Sylvan in here too, because they're absolutely wonderful as an RPer. I like to get a lot of people. I like to get some guild leaders in here, like random guild leaders, some more of the bigger guilds.
Yeah, there you go.
Tesla's like, you must stay 5 gigs away from me at all times. You know what? I'll post this and see if I get a pretty good reaction, and say do a little advertising. If it doesn't work,
or
it doesn't
they'll
work.
just end up saying, "Oh, those guys, they're whiny," or "I don't like them, they're stupid."
Yeah, we don't like them. They're stupid. We can do it much better.
Oh man.
It's all right. It's all right. All right, man. I appreciate you coming online here. I appreciate everybody coming out, checking this out. I'll post this up on the up on YouTube, so it'll be there.
Once you do that, just post a link on your profile page so I can repost it.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, everybody, take it easy. See you all Wednesday night for some shooters.